All right. So, Pouilly Fuisse.
Probably a good reason for that.
Let's go ahead and give it our look-see. I mean, it's got to me, it's got about the same kind of color as our last, where it's on that around the border between pale and just yellow. Now it's got a little bit.
It looks exactly the same as the wine we just had. It was amazing.
I think someone's already been a little too much into the wine. Now, to me, the legs that are on this one, that tiering, is a little bit thicker than.
They're so slow.
We're on the wrong wine.
What?
Sorry, the
first wine's legs are really slow. They're drinking the first wine now.
Oh, now you're drinking Chablis?
Yeah, we did it backwards.
Time is relative.
Right. Let's go ahead and give this thing a swirl, and let's give it
more beer. Even more beer. This is good.
Oh, what's that flavor? Something just hit me.
To me, this one smells way different than the first.
It smells sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. What are you smelling, Ray?
I'm getting a lot of apple off of this, but more of a sweet apple than the tart apple. If that makes sense.
See, I'm still getting green apple, but that sweetness, what I'm kind of identifying it is pineapple.
Apple pen?
So I think this is okay with seafood if you try it.
But no, I could see where it could also smell like just like a sweet gala, or even one of the like a honey crisp.
Yeah, I would just order that direct when you get with seafood.
Yeah, I'm getting the tropical fruit kind of smell.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and give this thing a taste.
He has been on a Facebook hiatus for 5 years.
Okay.
And now he's like posted 17 times today. But this is his dinner.
Oh my. If we try to get with bread and
That was not expected.
More than food.
No.
Not as sweet as it smells.
Oh no,
Sure.
not nearly.
I'd say it tastes more like a white wine, but there's also like a butter finish to it almost, or maybe that's just what's in my mouth.
We're older than Emily.
Oh no, you're.
Oh.
I think you're dead on, Nick.
Yeah.
There's almost like a little bit of almost like a malolactic creaminess. Actually, no.
We can't really.
Actually,
No,
creaminess.
that's what I did.
So, no, that's not really creamy, but it's been aged in oak. So that's why I don't know. To me, I'm getting like hay.
It's funny. I don't like smoked wines, but I like.
I didn't get any of that butterness when I had a mouthful of Brie, but it was.
You might actually have to try the Chardonnay that we didn't get.
Yeah, there's like a touch of mineral, but
Personally, I already spent hundreds of.
it's odd. It's like, yeah,
Only I think if it was on right.
I'm getting this weird hay flavor from it.
Green apple and hay.
That one's interesting. Weird, but interesting.
Green.
So apparently I like weird.
Well, you married me, so.
Doesn't get any weirder than that.
Good point.
So which one are you guys having? Is it still the Chablis?
Pouilly Fuisse.
Okay, so it is the Pouilly Fuisse. Okay.
That's what we thought we were drinking at first, and turns out you guys were on Chablis, and that's why we're like, oh yeah, this is great.
So are you getting like, I mean, are you kind of understanding what I'm saying, that I get like a weird oak, almost like I said, like hay flavor to it?
The hay and green apple, yes.
Mhm.
But that's kind of weird because I tend to, at least white wine, stay away from the oak.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's because
it's not that I hate oak, it's just something about Chardonnays and oak I just can't stand.
Yeah, well, that's because most Chardonnays, when they put them in oak, they also do malolactic fermentation, which converts all that like acidic bite into creamy. And so that's probably why this is, you know, apparently right up your alley, because what the thing that you're more averse to, I would guess, is that malolactic fermentation, where it's, again, it's more about the cream than it is about the oak.
Okay. So what else would be cream that maybe I could
relate to?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of, I mean, some of our Italian wines that we've gone through had some malolactic fermentation to them, where, you know, again, they don't have the bite. So if you have a white that really isn't really acidic, more than likely, at least part of it has had, you know, that malolactic fermentation, and, you know, starts to kind of give it it's either one to edge off some of the acid, but that's the new thing now, is, you know, everyone likes, you know, creamy.
No, I guess I tend to stay away from the whites to begin with, unless it's a dessert wine.
Fine.
I mean,
Wines are good.
Yeah, we got some nice late harvest fruit. Like, well,
it's too bad you weren't here last time, you know, 2 weeks ago, which, you know, because we did New Zealand and South Africa, and the Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, that's like, you know, lots of grapefruit and, you know, like super acidic. And then we had what was the Chenin Blanc from South Africa, which actually had some malolactic. So it was like a touch creamy, but it wasn't like full on, you know, just like custard pie.
I guess what I more tend to go for if I'm out is like a Chilean red.
Okay. Have you ever had Carmenere?
I believe so. I'm pretty sure we've got some of that around here somewhere.
Yeah, really.
Where it's actually one of my favorite new go-to reds is a Chilean Carmenere, just because I've actually had other people, you know, that was I think one of the first one or two of these tasting sessions. That was one of the ones that I had people pick up, just because we were going through because it's got those, you know, red and black fruit notes, but it has like a really strong green bell pepper flavor to it.
If I hear green bell pepper, I'm going to run in the opposite direction.
Okay. So New Zealand Sauv Blancs are probably also not for you then.
Yeah. I just don't like green bell peppers. So if you describe something like that, I'm going to go, no, not for me.
Well, we did, when we were in Niagara Falls, we picked up this really interesting Baco Noir. This is like really good that we both fell in love with.
So what's everyone trying to pair with this one? And what's working?
So my favorite pairing was actually the tuna sashimi with this. I had both the Camembert and Brie is just cheese, and I like the Camembert better than the Brie. And again, those Brie bites with the bacon jam just totally changed the flavor and almost made it a dessert wine.
There's a YouTube video out there of this like strange guy with this weird sort of quiet French accent talking about the difference between Brie and Camembert, and it's hilarious.
When I just ate the cheeses, I didn't notice too much difference between the two, but with this particular wine, the Camembert stood out more than the Brie, I thought.
Hervemont. Herve Mons. Hervemont. Hervemont.
Yeah, the shrimp scampi actually works pretty well with it.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, this one comparatively to the last, again, because it has that little bit of oak to it, shellfish is definitely, more along these lines than, something that's a little bit more, acidic and flinty.
If I had a notepad, I'd just write it up. So, how would you pronounce Hervemons?
You want to type it?
I love it.
Hervemont?
Let somebody else reach for a while.
It's just Hervemont.
I'm muted. Hey, what one are we on?
It's a French cheese. It's working really well with the wine, though. And I didn't think it was that great until I paired it with the wine.
Where's the Pouilly Fuisse still? Fuisse?
Yeah, we're still on the Pouilly Fuisse. I'm finishing up mine. I guess everybody else is ready for the next as well. The next on the list.
The bottom.
The next is going to be the Beaujolais.
So I feel like the Beaujolais is if you wanted a wine like after you mow the lawn to have a wine on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a wine thing?
It's a beer thing. He's asking.
You can have a wine with anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think I mentioned that all of these are kind of like your summer and fall wines to just sit back and enjoy. Yeah.
Enjoy the sunset. Enjoy the sunrise. Whatever. Fresh mowed grass. Fresh mowed grass.
So since
really well.
you guys since you guys are now trying the Chablis, what did you think of it?
I've known your lawn before. The Chablis was a little less, like it was lighter, but I thought the Chablis paired really well with like seafood, like with the mussels or the tuna.
Yeah.
I like.
Noel's still pretending to talk. I don't believe it.
Can you hear me? I said, what went well with the Fritos?
Yeah. We can barely hear you, Noel. Or at least I can barely hear you.
What went well with the Fritos?
All the Fritos. The last one didn't go as well with not being a white wine guy, I have to admit I'll buy the French onion dip again.
What goes well with hummus? That's what we're.
Actually, it's probably good. Actually, probably this, because the Pouilly Fuisse has a bit more of that kind of bitter from the oak. I would definitely be looking at it as a pretty good pairing.
Yeah. With the hummus?
Yeah.
Would you do something different for Baba Ganoush? Because I prefer Baba.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is that between the two of them, I mean, really where the flavor comes from either hummus or Baba Ganoush is the tahini. So it's that that sesame flavor.
Mm.